And that's a message for the group here in front of us tonight, is what comes next. What you did over the past 4 years brought you to this moment. The hard work, the late nights, the focus in whatever your area is. If you continue to bring that same mentality to the next phase of your life, you will undoubtedly be successful. So my message to the kids tonight is keep up exactly what you are doing, learn from your mistakes. And I also would like to honor the family members here tonight, the parents. You've done an incredible job with this group. Let's hear it for our family members and parents. So at this time, I'd like to call Kiana back to the podium for her speech.
It's an honor to stand before you as the Salutatorian of the class of 2023. Tomorrow we will walk the stage to commence a significant milestone in our lives. However, tonight we are gathered to recognize the dedication of some students who have worked especially hard these past 4 years. I think it's safe to say that our high school careers have not been easy, all things considered. I know at this point the pandemic is beginning to become a thing of the past, but it has certainly left a lasting impact on our class. From going fully remote and doing school from the isolation of our bedrooms to missing out on quintessential high school experiences such as homecoming, class trips, or simply having the support of our fellow classmates throughout the 7-hour school day. My shop, Health Assisting, was uniquely impacted by the pandemic. We had to wear full personal protective equipment, including gloves, gowns, face shields, and KN95 masks to practice our hands-on skills, which are critical to obtain our CNA certifications. We went through the end of our freshman and sophomore years trying to keep up with the curriculum while spending half of our time in isolation at home. Once junior year came around, we were not sure if we would be licensed, meaning our 3 years of training would not amount to anything viable to work with. With the company we typically work with to be certified not testing that year, and the strict regulations of our clinical site, we were unsure of our odds. Thank goodness for the perseverance and hard work of our junior and senior teachers, Ms. Barabee and Mrs. Hyde. They were successful in getting each student certified in medical terminology, basic life support, and eligible for co-op with our CNA licenses. I will always admire the dedication and hard work of both Ms. Barabee and Ms. Hyde, as they have proved that even in the most trying of times, they were deeply committed to the education and certifications of their students. Ms. Barabee and Ms. Hyde share this deep commitment with many other teachers and administrators at Diman. I cannot speak on behalf of all students and vocations, but I'd like to share my deepest thanks to everyone who has made this journey possible for all of us. I'd also like to thank especially Ms. Shakiris, who's taught me anatomy and physiology my junior and senior year, as well as AP biology this year. She's a teacher who has shown unconditional confidence, kindness, and support to every one of her students. I look forward to her class every day, as she's always found a way to lift my spirits, or simply was someone I could confide in, especially on the days when senioritis was kicking in. She, amongst others, have made school especially enjoyable on the days I was least motivated. They have encouraged me to keep going even when I had doubted my ability to keep up. As the school year has come to an end, I've done a lot of reflecting on my high school experience and the opportunities presented to me at Diman. Not many high school students can say that they have certifications and the skill set to enter the workforce before they even graduate. Though I will not be pursuing my career in the health field as I anticipated coming into Diman, I would not have wanted my high school experience to go any other way. The compassion and resilience I have learned from working with my residents on co-op while being carried by the support of my teachers and administrators is not something that can be matched at many other schools. Tomorrow we will walk the stage to celebrate our accomplishments as the graduating class of 2023. I believe it is of utmost importance to remember each of our individual experiences that we will carry with us through all aspects of our life, whether that be college, entering the trade, or becoming an active member of society as we enter our adulthood. By appreciating the tough days and lessons we have learned as a sentiment of our resilience, I know each of us are set up for success. The class of 2023 is like no other. No matter what life throws at us, pandemic or not, we can handle it. Congratulations to the class of 2023, and thank you to those who have never stopped believing in us. Welcome Mr. Brian Bentley, the interim superintendent, to present the next 2 awards.
Well said, Deman. Well said. You know, Mr. Rebello asked a question. He said, what comes next? It's tomorrow night. It's graduation. That's what comes next. Something that we're looking forward to. Yes? Yes. Speaking of graduation, I'm here tonight to present two people with special awards. And the first one is called our Honorary Diploma. And I'd like to call, and I won't embarrass them much, but I'd like to call to the stage someone that you see every single day in this building. He's always there, working hard, making sure things are the right way for us. And he's been doing this, and you'll hear the number of years in a few moments, for a little while. I'd like to call right on the side of me, if you would please, Mr. Glenn Benavides, our Director of Buildings and Grounds. Glenn? Now, Mr. Benavides, you see here a lot in the building, and he's around, but a little background on him and why the honorary diploma. Mr. Benavides has been employed at Diman now going on 32 years. He holds a bachelor's degree in business and project management. He's a Massachusetts licensed vocational building and property maintenance instructor, and he's a former second-class engineer in both Massachusetts and Rhode Island. So Mr. Benavides started at Diman as a utility staff employee, and he has climbed the ladder, yeah, that's a joke, his profession, the ladder to supervisor of buildings and grounds. But of everything that there is about Mr. Benavides, he takes great pride in all that he does, and you can count on him to help fix anything. His friendly disposition, quick smile, and generosity are a true testament to the kind and caring person he is. It gives me enormous pleasure to present to someone who I've known for all of those 32 years and more, okay? An honorary diploma if I don't drop it, indicating that this certifies that Glenn Benavides has satisfactorily completed a course of prescribed studies at Diman Regional Vocational Technical High School in academic excellency, and in witness thereof, this honorary diploma is awarded to him. Glenn, congratulations. You have worked for this every day.
Tonight's about the students that are up here and all they have done. Truly incredible individuals, products generated from you folks as far as getting them through this school and the hard work that our instructors and this administration put forth to make sure the excellence of the education is truly the best that I have. Thank you so much, and I humbly accept this. Thank you.
Now, we're talking right now about an honorary diploma. Tomorrow night's the real thing for you folks, well-deserved. Hard 4 years, I know it was, even though I missed your prior 3 years. But there's also those in the audience that signify success and have been successful, and that's this next category, and that is to award the Distinguished Graduate Award. I bring to the stage someone who was here also for a very long time. Would I, Mr. Stephen Marsison, if you would please come to the stage. So a little background on Mr. Marsison. Now, he was born and raised in Fall River by two very hardworking middle-class parents, and Mr. Marsison was a top 10 graduate of the class of 1973, House and Mill Carpentry program. And he came back to Diman as a certified carpentry special needs instructor from 1984 to 2015. During those years, he served the district as the vicar advisor. You probably don't understand that term, but you're about to hear a more familiar one to you. He was department head of carpentry, and he was the outside building coordinator. Here's the more familiar term. He was the Skills USA chapter advisor, as well as the State Skills USA series director. He currently serves on the Carpentry Cabinet Making Advisory Board. He's the Vice President of the Alumni Association. He's a member of the Diman Hall of Fame Committee. And finally, a committee member of the Support to Build a New Diman. Diman was and will always be Mr. Marsissen's second family. Congratulations, Mr. Marsissen. Well deserved.
Thank you so much. As Mr. Bentley stated, yes, I guess this is my second family. It's been a part of my life ever since I graduated back in 1973, 50 years ago, by the way. Time flies. I wish every graduate the foundation that you received here at Diman brings you into your next journey. That journey can be a tough one, as now it's time to leave the nest, prove to your moms and dads and grandparents that you're ready for the test of the next future, and that's where you're headed. And I thank everyone for this wonderful award. I certainly humbly received this tonight. Thank you.
So the next awards will be from the Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents. I'm very pleased to announce a certificate of academic excellence to Hannah Martin. Congratulations, Hannah. So I'd call back to the podium Mr. Rebello, the Assistant Superintendent Principal, and Ms. Lois Miller, the Director of Guidance and Admissions. Please come forward to present the honor awards and also the President's Outstanding Academic Excellence Award. Mr. Rebello, Mrs. Miller.
Just one housekeeping item. We do have Mare Studios here, so when your name is called up, we'll line up here, whether you're receiving a single award or a group award. We'll stand right here from where I am to the flag, and Mare is right to my right. So top 10 students. Hannah Martin. Tiana Paul. Esther Medeiros. Savannah Santos. Olivia DeMello. Jillian Masarato. Marcus Raposo. Eliana Estrella. Haley Aguilar. Abigail Correa. Come on. Diman's top 10 students. Congratulations. So our next award is the Massachusetts Secondary School Administrators Association Award. And it's a Student Achievement Award in recognition of outstanding contributions to our school. This year's award winner, Savannah Santos. I call Mrs. Maria Torres, our Assistant Principal of Technical Affairs, to present the next award.
Presidential Certificate of Merit. Massachusetts Vocational Association hereby awards the Presidential Certificate of Merit to Olivia DeMello. In recognition of outstanding performance and excellent craftsmanship in the vocational area of electricity. For our second Presidential Certificate of Merit, the Massachusetts Vocational Association hereby awards the Presidential Certificate of Merit to Iris Bonin in recognition of outstanding performance and excellent craftsmanship in the vocational area of health assisting. Iris is unable to be with us this evening. Mr. Michael Zajac, Assistant Principal of Student Affairs.
Good evening. With great pleasure, I present the Attendance Award to a senior who has had perfect attendance this school year. And we've all taken a chew. This year's recipient is Cassie Cabral. I will accept this award on Cassie's behalf. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Bell, please.
She's got credit recovery tomorrow. So our next award or awards here are the Academic Achievement Awards, and we give one out for each class. So we'll start with our freshman class, Academic Achievement Class of 2026, Madison Medeiros. Our class of 2025, Madison DaCosta. Class of 2024, Lila Tebow. In our senior class, Hannah Martin. Mr. Decio Matos from our math department will present the next award.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to recognize an outstanding student in mathematics. I first met tonight's recipient 4 years ago as a new member of the Diman math team. During his first year, we won 2 trophies in the vocational league, both of which are still in display on 8248. We were on a hot streak till the pandemic hit anyway. Like all of you, tonight's award winner had to endure 2 hours of math class online sophomore year. Remember those good times? Not only did this person attend class regularly, but was also a fixture at online practices for the math team. He continued to excel when we came back into the building and has led the math team as captain for the past 2 school years. When I asked his nominating teacher, Mrs. Smith, about him, she said, "He's so smart, yet so humble and kind, and totally gets my sense of humor." Those didn't know Mrs. Smith. At first, I was a bit concerned that he just silently watched me teach, not writing a single thing down. But it didn't take me long to learn that he was just a sponge and took in everything I said and understood it right away. He stays low-key, yet doesn't hesitate to politely help others. I am so happy to have the privilege of having him in my class the past 2 years. It has been great to witness his growth mathematically, as well as an individual. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me now in congratulating the recipient of the Diman Mathematics Award for the graduating class of 2023, Aramis Gomez.
Department to present the next award.
It's so nice to see the seniors. The building is so quiet. Alright, so this year's recipient of the Academic Excellence Award in ELA is Candy Boston. Now, typically when this award is given, the speech starts off with something like, "Most of you know so-and-so very well," or "Many of you are very familiar with this person," but that's not necessarily the case this year. COVID made a lot of changes in all of our lives, right? But with this particular student, she's special. She has a special kind of light. And it's a light that, well, it just doesn't shine like everyone else's. Her light shines quietly and steadily, certainly and unwaveringly. It sits glowing bright for those who are allowed to see it. And it shines strong, but is always willing to let more light in, or when is needed, turn down for safety. It is a light that has power and knowledge that will continue to guide her through the toughest days. Now, in considering students for an academic award, teachers are asked to look at qualities such as perseverance, work, dedication. Naturally, one of the first things teachers would look at is a student's grade. Well, Cammie excels in my class in all of the best ways. She is insightful, she's funny, she's helpful with her classmates who are in need. However, Cammie has also reminded me that excellence isn't always measured by grades. Excellence can be measured by grit. And boy, this girl has grit. Now, the definition of grit, if you didn't know, it reads as such: firmness of character, an indomitable spirit, and boy, if that doesn't describe this young lady to a T. The outstanding effort and the excellent grades, well, they don't hurt me. And that is why we are here to celebrate Cammie Boston as this year's recipient of the Academic Achievement Award in English Language another English language arts award we have here at Diman, and it celebrates our students in vocabulary.com, a program used by many English instructors to teach mastery of vocabulary words, and at the same time participate in a vocab poll, which is nationwide. There is a senior here who has helped us shoot to the #1 state champions again, 6 years in a row, and helped us master over 102,000 words this year alone. To honor her accomplishment, we would like to recognize and congratulate our senior champion for 2022-23 school year, mastering 343 words, Kaylee Hayes.
Department to present the next award.
So I usually don't write a speech. I like to get up and speak about things, but in this case I wrote sort of a speech and I'll go through it. I know science is kind of a difficult subject, and so I'm very excited to do this tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, faculty members, and most importantly, our brilliant high school student who's about to embark on an exciting journey to college. Tonight we gather here to celebrate the remarkable achievements of a young mind that has demonstrated exceptional passion, dedication, and promise in the field of science. It is with great honor that I stand before you to deliver this speech in recognition of their accomplishments. Oddly enough, this opening I just read is the start of a wonderful but generic two-page speech generated by artificial intelligence technology. Science and technology have impacted our lives and supported our survival for many generations. Managing the application of science and technology is and will remain one of the most important and impactful aspects of human survival. Yet, we're on the verge of inventing technology that can and may supersede our ability to define and manage our own freedom, creativity, our ability to ensure a positive future for ourselves. Empathy, compassion, creativity, in addition to technology, are all important differentiators between humans and animals that struggle to live day by day in direct competition for food and their very existence. While AI can write a wonderful generic speech, it is personal relationships and empathy that we can only hope will never be lost in our endeavor to better ourselves and the lives of others. The AI actually concluded, I like this conclusion actually, to Elena, may your future be filled with boundless success, fulfillment, and the realization of your greatest aspirations. Congratulations, and may you shine brightly in the world of science. But I have something else that I want to add, because that's not all that really is important. I congratulate my former student and our Science Award recipient, Elena Estrella, for demonstrating personal compassion, exceptional capacity, understanding in a field that has an immense untamed power to positively or negatively define our future. It's people like this that are going to tame the AI systems and technology, put it in place so that it actually benefits others. It's your compassion that I think makes a big difference to me. I'm really happy that I had her as a student. We had a lot of nice conversations. Congratulations, Elena.
From our History Department to present the next award.
Good evening. The Diamond History Award is given by the Social Studies Department to a senior who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement in our discipline. A people without knowledge of their past history, origins, and culture is like a tree without roots, said civil rights leader Marcus Garvey. The study of the past continues to be an important component in the intellectual development of any well-rounded student and citizen. Indeed, the current political, health, and social crises facing the United States all have roots in our historical past. The student who can analyze, interpret, and consider the founding documents and the ideals of the American experiment can fully understand and participate in solving our civic problems. The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth, said John Fitzgerald Kennedy. History at Diman will always be about the truth. With all of its warts and scars, we must learn about the heroic triumphs and unrivaled success of our nation, but also the pain and sorrow which came with our attempt to truly build a city on a hill. At our best, the Diman History Department strives to deliver this message. History is, of course, also her story. And in this case, our recipient is a deserving senior who is the very essence of determination, responsibility, intelligence, and citizenship. She continues to impress in many different areas, such as track and field, and in her work outside of school. In this case, the lens is focused on her classroom, her history classwork. Before the COVID pandemic cut short her classroom experience, this student was my best freshman. In fact, so noticeable was her achievement in my class that I always remembered her. And then we went into the COVID experience, and I kind of lost track. No pun intended. 2 years later, she showed up on the track team. And it was a nice, it was full circle. Once again, no pun intended. She has continued her ascent as a student as she has progressed through her high school experience throughout our social studies curriculum, and it is with great pride. The foundation she has built will no doubt stand her well in her future studies and her future endeavors, and it is with great pride that the Diman Social Studies Department recognizes Eden McCausland as our outstanding.
To present the next award. Good evening. I would like to present the award for personal growth and achievement tonight to a student who over the last 4 years has demonstrated an ability to learn how to problem solve and advocate not only for themselves but for those around them. They approach new tasks with an open mind and have shown their instructors an eagerness to learn while expanding their own skill set. The student accepts constructive criticism, uses it to improve their performance, and then takes what they have learned and shares it with their peers. Tonight, I am happy to present Abigail Oliveira with the Award for Personal Growth and Achievement. Department to present the next award.
Good evening. This year's physical education student goes to a senior student who has succeeded both in health and physical education, earning 100% average in semester 2. During semester 1 in health class, this student developed a comprehensive health project demonstrating the importance of healthy food choices while maintaining a weekly strict budget. I can confirm that the nutritious food choices that this student developed did in fact look bussin'. During semester 2 in physical education, this student demonstrated physical literacy and the intention for lifelong fitness through the cooperation in activities such as fitness testing, volleyball, and badminton. This student's infectious laugh and enthusiastic spirit helped encourage his classmates to participate in the highest level, bringing a great energy to the gymnasium. This student expanded his knowledge from games across various cultures through research and teaching traditional Brazilian games in our physical education class, specifically the game Gato Mio. During this activity, this student instructed his classmates to play a blindfolded game similar to Marco Polo, where participants would have to make cat noises to find their opponents. The game translates into the cat's meow. This student is an exceptional student with an incredibly bright future. It's an honor to present the 2023 Physical Education Student of the Year Award and a combination volleyball and badminton set to Dejan Lebo.
I'd now like to welcome Mr. Mitch Sweet to present the next scholarship.
The Diman Teacher Citizenship Award has been given annually since 1977 and is given to a graduating senior whom the association feels meets the following criteria: grades, attendance, extracurricular activities, work ethic, and dedication to Diman. Each year, the Diman Teachers Association members are asked to nominate up to 3 seniors whom they feel best meet the stated guidelines. The recipients of the 2023 Diman Teachers Association Citizenship Award are Sarah Moniz and Dakota Valente.
From our electricity department to present the next award.
Good evening. This next award is given out to the Diman Continuing Education Division of Night School, and it's named the Christopher E. Pacheco Scholarship for Electrical Code Classes. Christopher was a 2009 graduate and outstanding vocational student in the electrical program in that year. He went on to graduate from the University of Massachusetts and the United States Air Force Flight School. Christopher was a retired first lieutenant in the United States Air Force, where he served with great distinction as a C-130 pilot. Christopher not only represented the best of our school, but the very best of our nation. He was a shining example of hard work, integrity, intelligence, and love of family as well as country. The Diman community was saddened to learn of his passing in 2017. The scholarship was established to recognize a student that personifies Christopher's excellence at both as an electrician and as a human being. The graduates of the electrical program are required to go on to continuing education for 6 75-hour code modules before they can sit and take the journeyman's exam. I've asked the electrical shop students to identify a student that best represents the work ethic, integrity, and excellence that Christopher demonstrated throughout his life here at Diman as well as with the United States Air Force. This year's recipient of the award is Jaden McDonald.
For the PTO will present the next scholarship.
Good evening. I'm honored to award the following student to the Diman PTO Scholarship. Cameron Cabral, and honorees. But also like to award a student with the Diman PTO Community Service Award. In grateful recognition of outstanding service to the Diman community, we hereby present Cameron Cabral with this award.
Advisors will present the next award.
This is the 7th year that the Diman chapter of Skills USA has sponsored the Dennis Abdow Skills USA Scholarship. This is an annual award. We thought it was important to name this scholarship for an individual whose reputation and career always had the best interests of the Diman community at the forefront. Mr. Abdow is a class of 1960 graduate from the Machine Tool Technology program. His career as an educator and administrator spanned for over 30 years at Diman. He was one of the original advisors for the Diman chapter of the Vocational Industrial Clubs of America, now known as Skills USA. Mr. Abdow was inducted into the Diman Hall of Fame in 2002 and continues to judge the annual job skills demonstration and prepared speech contest. Recipients were determined through their participation in Skills USA chapter and as perennial competitors in the local, state, and national competitions. The Diman chapter of Skills USA is pleased to award the Dennis Abdow Skills USA Award in the amount of $1,000 for the use in their trade or post-secondary education to Sarah Monis.
Memorial Scholarship.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pam Rodriguez. I am Tommy Rodriguez's sister. This is my brother Ken. And we are here to present the Thomas Rodriguez Memorial Scholarship. This year, there are 2 recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Kyle Stang. take note of just what occurred. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Dakota Valente. Congratulations to the recipients, and we wish you best of luck. Additionally, my brother has a few words to say in honor of my deceased brother and my dad who did not attend. And here is my brother Ken.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, class of 2023. This is the first time in 40 years that I've been here. It's hard to believe that 40 years ago, my brother died here. My parents were devastated, so were we. My sister represented my mother here today. Our mother died this February. So my sister Pamela represents her. My father was 55 years old when my brother died. 40 years ago. My father is now 95 years old. And I'm very, very lucky to have my dad. I come here in honor of him. He had every intention of coming to you and giving you this scholarship. He's never missed a scholarship award time in 39 years. So he wanted me to give you 3 messages. Message 1, he wanted you to realize that this year marks the 40th anniversary of the scholarship. Throughout those years, this committee, the scholarship committee, has given over 300 scholarships on behalf of my brother Thomas, which I think is quite an accomplishment. My dad also wanted me to recognize and thank a former department head here at Diman, Honorary Arts. I still remember him coming to the house. His name is Mr. Edward Curl and his family. He also passed away this year too. He was one of the co-founders of this scholarship, and we're most grateful. To Dakota, to Kyle, on behalf of my mother, my father Julius, my brother Thomas, my sister Pamela. There's one more. I have another sister at home, Beverly. She's our youngest. She came before Thomas. As you can see, there was a little bit of an age group between my brother and I. My mother and father had 5 children. My parents are resilient. After my sister Hannah was born, there was another child. He passed away. 9 years later, my sister Beverly was born. 14 years after my birth, my little brother Thomas was born. So I was a teenager at Derby High School, having a little baby in my bed. Which I said, what the heck? I was a freshman, and it was wonderful. And unfortunately, like my brother, he was born very, very sick. We were blessed to have him for 16 years. He died at 17. So on behalf of my mother, my father, my brother Thomas, they congratulate you both. May you have much success and happiness in your future, and may all your dreams come true.
very much. Honestly, hearing the stories in the scholarships that you'll hear tonight, some of the memorial scholarships, some of these families are the foundation of what Diman is today. And honestly, God bless the Rogers family, honestly. Next scholarship is the Charles Chuck Medeiros Memorial Scholarship. Mr. Medeiros worked at Diman for 21 years as a utility maintenance worker. He was a 1976 graduate of Diman from the Culinary Arts program. Chuck was an integral part of the Building and Grounds Department, and he was an example of how Diman prepares students for whatever path they choose. It is with great pleasure that this award goes to Jaden Madonka.
Mr. Fernando da Silva will present the next scholarship tonight.
Good evening, all. This Crossing Service Scholarship is dedicated to the memory of, I guess, my wife's parents and my father. Every year, there's so many students who are deserving, I guess, or deserving, I guess. And I always try not to. So fun. So every year I try not to get involved in the whole thing, but this year I gave a little nudge, and this year's recipient is Sabrina. So this year's recipient is Naomi Hollins.
Student government has grown in size and in participation over the last few years, and we want to reward and create a scholarship that reward the biggest student advocates. This award is dedicated to students who represent the Diman way of hard work, discipline, and school spirit. This year's winner of the Blanchett Student Government Scholarship was a clear choice. This student worked relentlessly to get the students involved in school activities and was a leader on the athletic fields and a model student. I'm very proud to hear the student was accepted to many prestigious colleges, but picked the best one, UMass St. Louis. This year's recipient, Dakota Valente.
To present the next scholarship.
Good evening. A professor asked a mediocre student, "Why did you come to college anyway? You're certainly not studying." "I'm not sure," the student replied. "Mom says it's to prepare me for the presidency. My little sister says it's to get a friend she can date. And my dad says it's to bankrupt the family." So tonight, so that we won't bankrupt a few families, I'd like to award the Sue T. Clifton Memorial Scholarship to Haley Doobie, Dakota Garcia, Rondell Keough, Jaden Mendonca, and Benjamin Terrell.
By congratulating the graduating class of 2023. My family and I are here tonight to present the Bruce DeRosa Memorial Scholarship that was founded in 2013. In memory of my grandfather, a member of the graduating class of 1978, majoring in culinary arts. In his honor, our family and our friends established this memorial scholarship to be given annually to one or more Diman graduates. My family and I request, as you embark on your future, your goals, your dreams, keep in mind, life is a gift, it's short, and yes, sometimes challenging. So reach for the stars, embrace your next milestone, and make every minute of your life's journey count. Now, without further ado, it is my honor and a privilege to present this year's Bruce DeRosa Memorial Scholarship to Dakota Valente. From our advanced manufacturing shop to present the next scholarship.
Good evening, everyone. The Gene Haas Scholarship is awarded to the program each year after we apply for the scholarship based on the merits of our previous year's award recipients. And they judge our program based on those award recipients and the accreditations of our program. To date, we have been awarded nearly $60,000 over the last 6 years from the Gene Haas Foundation. The Gene Haas Foundation is started by the owner of the Haas Automation Company in Oxford, California. They are manufacturers of some of the most precise and accurate manufacturing equipment in the world. This excerpt I'm going to read is from the Gene Haas Foundation and the reason why we started this. The Gene Haas Foundation recognizes that the future of manufacturing in the United States and around the world depends directly upon the availability of skilled workers.
Expanding the pool of skilled workers hinges on recruiting more young people to pursue careers in manufacturing and creating state-of-the-art advanced manufacturing training programs to ensure that graduating students have the skills necessary when they enter the workforce. One of the primary goals of the Gene Haas Foundation is to provide financial assistance for students interested in manufacturing-based careers. Scholarship programs are available through career centers, technical high schools, community colleges, and universities. Foundation funding goes directly to those training programs to attract prospective students by providing scholarship grants, sponsoring individuals in team CNC competitions, and partnering with the very best CNC training programs in the world. That's ours. The foundation helps expand the availability of high-quality manufacturing training worldwide. Tonight, I am pleased to award 9 different students. We have 2 different awards that we're giving out through the $18,000 that we're awarded this year. I have 3 $2,500 scholarships for the following students enrolled in an engineering program for this fall. Ethan Tripp, Adam and Connor Santos. And I'm also pleased to award the following students whose immediate plan is to continue on in the manufacturing industry, a gift from the Gene Haas Foundation to help them get started in their new careers. It's the machinist tool chest and a very nice assortment of tools valued at $1,000. The toolboxes are not here tonight because it would have been a little heavy, but it's a very nice Kennedy toolbox, machinist toolbox. They're going to get a certificate tonight. So the honorees or the award recipients are Thomas Blake, Benjamin Terrell, Alexia Roberto, Aiden Monahan, Emmanuel Malera, and Evan Hessler.
Scholarship. Good evening. On behalf of the Roy family, it gives me great pleasure to award the Kyle Roy Memorial Scholarship to Casey Cookson.
Next scholarship is the Ryan Barada Memorial Scholarship. Ryan graduated from Diman in 2014 from the electrical shop. On September 11, 2014, he lost his life in a tragic motorcycle accident. His mother, Mrs. Fernanda Viveras, established a scholarship in his honor beginning in June of 2015. The recipient of the 2023 Ryan Barada Scholarship is Rondell Keough.
present the next scholarships.
Good evening, my name is David O'Clair. I'm the treasurer of the Alumni Association. I graduated in '76 in electronics. Heroes for tonight, we have Pat Wade, electronics 1982, and we also have Steve Marcisson, who you've already met, class of '73 in carpentry. The alumni consist of former students, teachers, and administrators that unselfishly offer their time because they understand the importance of our mission, and that is to assist the graduating senior as they pursue their individual career goals by continuing their education or enter the workforce. The alumni is giving out 17 scholarships this year, and we offer two different types. The first scholarship is a college scholarship to help offset the cost of college tuition and related expenses. We all know about that. And the second scholarship we give out is a trade scholarship, which is to help the student with some of the costs when they first enter the trade, such as tools, uniforms, eating, school training, etc. With that said, here are the college recipients. The first one is the John Rivera's Scholarship, and that is to Madison Herrera. Congratulations. The next is the Tom Branco Scholarship. Tom is one of the original presidents of the Alumni Association, and we're offering him a scholarship. And her name is Dakota Galente. And the next college scholarship is offered for Stephen Marcisson, who's all met him tonight, and the recipient of that is Savannah Santos. The next college scholarship is the Alan Carson Memorial Scholarship. Alan Carson is one of the original founders of the Alumni Association. His scholarship is being offered to Candace Simones. The next two scholarships are being offered from primary care, and the recipients is Elise Lamontagne and Esther Maderas. And the last two college scholarships are being offered by Ed and Marty Montleone, and it's Ethan Maderas and Kyle Stang.
Congratulations to the college scholarship. There you go.
Next, I'd like to call up to the stage In memory of that, the annual basketball memorial trade scholarship to Rondell Keto. Next, Patricia Lake Trade Scholarship to Brianna Yara. The Thomas Gordon Trade Scholarship to Ian McLaughlin. The Robin Chosak Trade Scholarship to Jacob DaCosta. Carl Saweco Trade Scholarship to Benjamin Terrell. Marlon Leon Trade Scholarship goes to Jacob Mendonca. David Allclair Trade Scholarship to Rondell Keough. Congratulations. At this time, we also have 2 scholarships to be presented by Mr. Neil Arruda. One is the John L. Miranda Memorial Scholarship, and the other is the Thomas McGaw Memorial Scholarship. I call to the podium Mr. Neil Arruda.
John Miranda was a graduate of the Diman Automotive Technology Program from the class of 1972. He began his teaching career at Diman in 1984 until his retirement in 2012. John dedicated his life to the betterment of his students through his tireless efforts in the shop as well as in competitions that students participated in. These competitions included Skills USA, AAA Ford Troubleshooting Contest, and Massachusetts Auto Dealers Contest. John believed in continuing education, but also believed in learning through experience and on-job training. He truly enjoyed seeing his students become successful in the automotive trade. John was my first department head, excuse me, my first department head, my friend, my mentor. He was a teacher of 3 of the automotive instructors currently in our shop. He was the epitome of hard work. Nobody, in my opinion, worked harder than John at Diman. So this award is going to someone who works unbelievably hard. Kept down several jobs, working on co-op and also a secondary job. Worked 2 jobs almost the entire time she was at Diman. And I probably shouldn't say this, but she would come in tired often into school, and she might have snuck a coffee or 2 from our curator in the back of our office, just to keep her going, because she was like falling down tired. John would be proud of our selection. Skylar Davis.
This next scholarship is given in memory of Thomas McGaw, and with me tonight, I'm so happy to have him with me, is Mr. McGaw's son, Thomas McGaw Jr. Just a little background on Mr. McGaw. Mr. McGaw was a teacher of teachers, literally. He came to Diman in about 1974. He was a vocational coordinator here. He was promoted along the way to being superintendent director. and along the way, changed the way that we all do business here at Diman. He was heavily into mechanics. Auto mechanics was always his love. Diesel mechanics, agricultural mechanics, was just in his blood. What I'm most familiar with Mr. McGaugh is that way back when, in 1986, when I was a teacher in the classroom teaching English, he called me in the office one day and he said to me, "I'm thinking of having a brand new position here at Diman." Okay. And he says, "It's going to be called the Dean of Students." Okay. And he says, "And I want you to apply for it." I said, "Okay." Well, the Dean of Students has morphed over the years, as on the stage tonight, Mr. Rebello was a former Dean of Students. Mr. Aubin, the Superintendent in Westport, was Dean of Students. Currently, on the stage, we have our current Principal of Student Affairs, Mr. Zajac, as the former Dean of Students. We had Mr. Labrera Sr. as the Dean of Students. But Mr. McGaugh had a vision, and that's what I remember most about him. And his vision was, how can he make Diman better? What can he do to help? And education was always on his mind. He was a lover of everything Westport, and he was a lover of everything in automotive technology. And it gives me great pleasure to be on the stage with his son, Thomas McGaugh Jr., to present his memorial scholarship to Benjamin Cordero.
Every year, Diman Regional nominates 2 Athletes of the Year. This award recognizes 2 student athletes who exemplify the term student athlete by achieving excellence in academics and athletics in the classroom, on and off the court. When speaking to coaches, teammates, and peers, everyone highlighted their commitment to their team, their willingness to help, teach, assist their teammates, their positive attitude, and approach every day. Their good sportsmanship, and most of all, the ability to serve as captains and team leaders. The first recipient is a 2-time captain and Mayflower League All-Star in 3 events, the Herald News Indoor Track and Field Athlete of the Year, Indoor Track and Field MVP, placed 2nd in Indoor MAC and EAC Championship in the 55-meter, ranks 4th all-time in Diman in the 55-meter, 6th all-time in the 300-meter, 10th all-time at indoor long jump, and a recipient of the Spring Track Coach Award. That's our undefeated championship season, and this is the first time in school history. Nathan Nasser. In all 3 sports she played for the senior year while maintaining the highest rank in her class. She played 3 years of varsity volleyball, 3 years of basketball, and 3 years of softball. When asked, coaches said she's the loudest and most positive person on her team. She's also a National Honor Society member at her CNA and participated in the Skills of DECA. Everyone give Anna Martin a round of applause.
League Scholarship.
I'd rather go to boot camp to do this up here. On behalf of the Marine Corps League, it gives me great pleasure to offer a League Scholarship to someone very special. Marine Corps League, I'm a former Marine. The Marine Corps League was established in Somerset, Massachusetts, and by Bruce Aldrich. Bruce Aldrich is our commander. He does a lot for the community, does a lot for Marines, does a lot for their families, care packages, and the things we do, one of the things we do is offer scholarships in the area to a lot of students in a variety of different schools. Normally, Bruce would be the one to do this and stop by all the schools during this month and offer this opportunity to the students that have achieved great success. He asked me to do this a couple of weeks ago, and it's a great pleasure because this year we're giving it out to a student at Diman who's also a valedictorian, who also happens to be my granddaughter, Hannah Martin.
Next award here is the John Harrington Memorial Scholarship. On behalf of the Harrington family, it gives me great pleasure to award the John Harrington Memorial Scholarship to Avery Rouse. So we have a few scholarships remaining here tonight. We are going to have the recipients, after you get called, please stand up here. We'll take a group picture, and we'll go through the final few scholarships here. The first scholarship is the Donald Levesque Memorial Scholarship, and on behalf of the Levesque family, they award it to Jaden Madonka. The next recipient is the Grimshaw Gudez Charitable Foundation Scholarship. 3 seniors will receive this scholarship in the amount of $2,000 each. That's Iris Bonet, Abigail Correa, and Kyle Stang. Walter Stein Memorial Scholarship, and on behalf of the Walter Malinska and the Walter Stein Scholarship, Elise LaMountain and Sarah Moniz. The Emmanuel Kudo Memorial Scholarship. Manny graduated in 1980 and fit the description of a true vocational student. He was a member of the graphic art shop. He was labeled a jack of all trades. Manny was known for his good nature and loved by all who knew him. This year's recipient, Aiden DeMassa. The Massachusetts Elks Scholarship for $1,500. The scholarship goes to Kyle Stang. The Club Madeira Scholarship for $1,000 goes to Olivia DeMello. The Veterans of Foreign Wars Scholarship, the Westport VFW Scholarship Committee for $600 awards this scholarship to Ethan Tripp. The Society of Women Engineers, the Boston Society of Women Engineers would like to extend their congratulations to merit certificate winners. 3 award winners, Shannon Denise, Janan Inez Gonzalez Rivera, and Elizabeth Kincaid. Come on up. One more time for one more. Before we wrap up tonight, I would just like to say that we're able to keep our standard of excellence. We're able to keep, a world-class education for our students because of the people that are in this building. And awards night tonight, it takes a ton of effort, a ton of planning. Colleen DeFrank, could you please stand up? We have multiple events at the end of the year, but no, we don't clap at those events as much as we do at this one. But let's hear it one more time for our students. When you're leaving tonight, right outside the auditorium, there are programs with the students' names attached to each award. So if you'd like to grab one of those on the way out, we thank you for coming tonight. Please drive safe. Congratulations, everyone.